We are working in the Sundarbans of the West Bengal part, in the Indian part, and since 2005 we have been doing some mangrove activities with the community in a small ways through various government programs. But over the years we learnt that what was important is to engage the community over a longer period of time, so that whatever the plantation was there was protected, was grown and cared by them. Otherwise, the sustenance of the project is at risk if we do not involve the community who we feel are actually can really guard the mangroves with their heart, because it is they who are most benefited by the mangrove plantation. So we started engaging the community into the programs, but it was necessary that we have a funding commitment over a longer period of time, because this is something that doesn't grow in a second. It takes time. The nurseries, the plants, the threats from the natural hazards, it takes time. The plants take time to grow into a forest. So you have to give the time necessary, and we needed a long-term committed fund for that. And when this initiative from the Non-Fund for Nature through Livelihoods Fund came to us, that this using the carbon finance model to go for a mangrove afforestation program, engaging the community, it was like what we were thinking, searching for the solutions in the reality, and the solution just came and both ends met. Actually, this carbon funding is mainly, or should I say, this Livelihoods Fund, the investment is basically on three objectives. Number one is the wetland restoration, that is the afforestation of mangroves, that we have over 6,000 hectares of land in Sundarbans. With very good science, with all the parameters that are required, because it's Sundarbans is a prograding delta. It's a very vibrant ecosystem, and the tides come every day, twice a day, into the waters gush into the creeks and channels, and it is the largest delta of the world. So, when the waters again go away, this is a very complex and vibrant ecosystem. And what was needed there was the engagement of the community. So one major factor objective was this mangrove afforestation with good science, understanding the erosion, accretion pattern, how to plant in a multi-species environment, so that according to the grades, how the nature does it, we have to do the management in a likewise way. And then the second factor was an intense engagement of the community, who has to be part of the process, entire process from the very first day. When we go to the village, we organize meetings with them, with the panchayats, with the local eco-development committees, and we integrate them into our decision-making processes at every level as to who is to be involved. You know, in villages there are people who are the change agents, who can really create something, add some value in the work. So we identify them along with the panchayats through our works. Intense posters, campaigns, leafleting, understanding, talking with them. But it is easier for us because we have been working in Sundarbans for last 15 years. In wildlife researches, in doing health camps, understanding people, their needs and problems. So it is not very difficult for us, and it's something very new. We have been doing this, only we have upscaled it to a very large extent, because Sundarbans is a block with, they have 19 blocks and we are spread over 17 blocks. So it's a huge area, 9630 square kilometer, and we are going for a 6,000 hectares plantation. And the third part is the carbon finance model. That is the carbon finance that we are using it for the long-term commitment. You see, when a plantation program has to succeed, it has to be monitored, it has to be, as I was telling, grow over a period of time, and carbon credits are earned not in 1 or 2 years, 4, 5, 10, 20 years. That commitment of the investors, they know that it's not going to reap anything from just out of a balloon like that. It takes time, it takes a lot of energy, lot of action, lot of sincere efforts, good science to make the thing grow. And I think the investors who are investing in this type of projects do not only look upon as profit. They put planet, I think, before profit. It's important for them to get the money back, but it's not always profit that they will be looking for, because otherwise then they would have gone into energy sector. Carbon credits are very easy there. You can do one thing, you can use LED bulbs and you can get the carbon credits. So why these investors are going into such investments is also very important, and I feel the private players, the multinationals' role is very important in this respect, because they understand the needs of the community to some extent. Yes, they understand the needs because they work with the customers, and I feel that they have their own, perspectives, they have their own reservations, policies, but to make the ends of community, for the NGOs to work and the biodiversity needs and their finance needs, it's really a good synergy that we are going through.